Hi everyone, my name is Ashish Agarwal, and I'll be delivering this lecture to you. So before commencing the session, just a quick round of update regarding my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Ashish Agarwal _GG. So if you haven't visited the channel, I would request you to do visit the channel and do like, share, and subscribe the channel. The channel is dedicated to Oracle Golden Gate related videos. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome to our Oracle Golden Gate webinar. My name is Ashish Agarwal, and I'll be delivering this lecture to you. So before commencing the session, if you haven't visited my YouTube channel, so my YouTube channel name is youtube.com/Ashish Agarwal _GG. So if you haven't visited the channel, please do visit and like, share, and subscribe the channel. The channel is dedicated to Oracle Golden Gate related videos only. Okay. So I do post few videos over my YouTube channel. There is some free content available. So if you haven't visited it, please do visit. And this channel is only dedicated to Golden Gate. So it is Oracle Golden Gate tutorial channel where you'll find only Golden Gate related videos or content. Okay. And I have my own website as well, which is ectrancotech.com. So if you haven't got chance to visit, you can visit. There are blogs available as well, which I'll be updating regularly. So you can go through that and visit that as well. Okay. So let us start now. So today's session agenda, we are going to discuss about Oracle Golden Gate introduction. So one question which I regularly face is what is the future of Oracle Golden Gate and why it is advantageous to learn Oracle Golden Gate, right? So there are few questions which I get and different types of architectures involved. So I thought let me answer that. I have been getting these type of questions quite regularly nowadays. So I thought let me uh, do some webinars so that I can answer this question for others. Okay. So Oracle Golden Gate. In today's session, we will discuss about Oracle Golden Gate, different types of architectures, advantage, future of Oracle Golden Gate, and what you can expect in future. So we'll be discussing all about that. Okay. So before we start, just a quick introduction about me. So I'm expert in Oracle Golden Gate and Oracle database related technologies. I have 17 plus years of training experience in Oracle Golden Gate. So just to give you a bit about me, I have been working in Golden Gate before Oracle acquired it. So since 2007, I have been working on Golden Gate, and in 2009, Oracle overtook it. And since then, it is known as Oracle Golden Gate. So I have been working in Golden Gate since 2007, and this is my 19th year of working. And I took my first training on Golden Gate in 2009. So almost like 17th year for training people on Oracle Golden Gate. I have various high rated courses available like Oracle Golden Gate Classic Architecture, Oracle Golden Gate 23 AI, Microservices, and Veridata as well. Okay. Then I have trained so far 10,000 plus individual trainees and taken 290 plus corporate batches so far. So what I do is I take uh, uh, trainings on Oracle Golden Gate. So individual batches I run, and then I also provide corporate trainings as well, where corporates hire me to train their internal teams. So that's a 290 plus corporate clients you see. Then I'm Oracle Golden Gate certified. I'm Oracle certified professional. So I'm blogger and speaker at lot of Oracle user groups, lot of places. And I could be reached out at my email ID ashishagarwalag@gmail.com, or you can tweet me at ashishagarwalag, and I already told you my YouTube channel as well. And my WhatsApp detail, etc., or any other detail you can find on my YouTube itself. Okay. Okay. So are you guys excited? Let us start now. So today's session agenda. We are going to discuss about introduction to Oracle GoldenGate, different types of Oracle GoldenGate architecture. So what is classic architecture? What is microservices? So we'll discuss about Oracle GoldenGate classic architecture. Then we'll also discuss about Oracle GoldenGate microservices. What are advantages of learning GoldenGate? And what is the future of Oracle GoldenGate? So we are going to discuss all about that. So now let's focus. Please keep your phone down. I would request you. And if you have any question, post your question in the chat window. So I assure you, any of the question which you have, I will ensure that it doesn't remain unanswered. But because we have audience, I just request you to uh, let respect everyone. So what I want is, don't unmute yourself to ask the question. Post your question in the chat window, and when the time comes, I'll answer all the questions. But don't just unmute yourself, because we have to respect others as well. Okay? So I give you 15 seconds. If you have any urgent notifications to reply to, and for next 60 minutes, I assure you, you are going to learn new things, and this is going to be a wonderful session for you. So 15 seconds starts now. Okay, so let us start now. So Oracle Golden Gate, what and why? So Golden Gate was basically, just to give you a brief history, Golden Gate was basically founded in 1995, and it was named after famous San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. In 2009, Oracle overtook it, and since then it is known as Oracle Golden Gate. So Golden Gate wasn't Oracle product initially. It was acquired in 2009 by Oracle, of course. So since then, it is known as Oracle Golden Gate. And the functionality, features have been added a lot since 2009, since Oracle overtook it. So there have been a lot of changes which Golden Gate has went through. And now many of you must be aware what Golden Gate is, what is its significance, and how it is used, right? So it is one of the mostly used industry level product, and it's a separately licensed product. And one information I would like to give, you can understand the significance of Golden Gate. You must have heard few days back only that Oracle basically fired, or they gave pink slip to many of their employees, right? I think it's almost a month back or less than a month, right? You must have heard that. Do you know which team they gave the pink slip to? It was basically related to OCI team. So what happened was, Oracle had lot of what should I say, lot of expectation from their product, from their OCI product. However, it's it didn't go through as expected. So OCI wasn't a big success, or isn't a big success for them, Oracle Cloud. So what happened is, so because they put all the basket, now this Golden Gate is a, what should I say, is a money churning product for them. And that's why what they are doing is, they are putting their, what should I say, all their eggs in Golden Gate, so that it can it can bring out as much money as possible. So that's why you see there are a lot of feature upgrades, lot of things which happens in Golden Gate. So that's why it's a big, like, what should I say, it's one of the very aspirational product for Golden Gate. And of course, there is no competitor of Golden Gate in the market currently which works as better as Golden Gate. So Golden Gate is one of the best product in its own category of replication. And GoldenGate is not only a replication tool, basically, it is a d- business intelligence tool as well. So there are a lot of benefits we are going to learn. I just wanted to give you a brief history and brief presence of GoldenGate. So GoldenGate latest version is 23 AI. They also have launched 26 AI, but it's still a beta version. So the market usable is GoldenGate 23 AI. And if you are in the market, you may have seen customers upgrading or using GoldenGate 23 AI currently. So let us continue. So Oracle GoldenGate, what is GoldenGate? So GoldenGate provides near real-time transactional data replication. So it means that the replication happens as soon as the transaction happens on source in near real time, it gets replicated onto the target database or target side. So GoldenGate works as a disaster recovery solution. It works as a replication solution. You can use GoldenGate for bidirectional replication, multi-dimensional replication. So with GoldenGate, it can be unidirectional, bidirectional, or multi-dimensional replication as well. Replication can involve several sources and targets simultaneously. So in GoldenGate, it's not restricted that there would be only one source and one target. It can involve more than one source and targets as well. That is the best advantage simultaneously. And it can be used for distributing data for backup, hot standby, auditing, reporting, warehousing, as well as load distribution as well. So there are multiple use cases of GoldenGate. Along with that, GoldenGate, along with Informatica, is one of the best business intelligence tool available in the market. Okay. So with GoldenGate, another advantage is data may be replicated as is. So one of the major thing what people compare GoldenGate with is data guard. So many people think that GoldenGate is comparable with data guard. I have done few of the webinars and it's available on my YouTube channel as well. If you get chance, just navigate through my YouTube channel. There you'll find one video, Oracle GoldenGate versus data guard. I have done that. So I have tried to clear that point as well. GoldenGate is not a competitor of data guard. Neither data guard is competitor of GoldenGate. They both have different skill set. They both are different products. So basically I say you can compare apple to apple or oranges to oranges, but you cannot compare apple to orange. So this is what GoldenGate and data guard is. So if data guard is apple, GoldenGate is orange, or if data guard is orange, GoldenGate is apple. So both have different capabilities, both have different requirements, and you cannot compare both of them at all. Though there are similarities involved, but I would never say GoldenGate is competitor of DataGuard. One thing you can understand is DataGuard is free software. GoldenGate is a premium product, money churning product for Oracle. There are a lot of features involved, and the way and another thing is personally, if you have GoldenGate in your resume, you can earn 50% extra what regular DBA can earn. However, data guard is not a separate skill set. You are required to know data guard if you are an Oracle DBA. So you can understand why I'm saying this is you can understand the difference between data guard and GoldenGate, what they brings to the table, what capabilities they have. So it's not GoldenGate is not only a replication tool, it's a business intelligence tool. You can filter out the data, you can transform the data. So this is what it says. Data may be replicated as is, or the replicated data may be edited, transformed, split into different distributions. So you can do the data filtration, transformation. You can split into different distributions, have metadata added or filtered. Both DMLs and DDLs may be replicated in whole or part. So with Golden Gate, you can perform DML replication as well as DDL replication. One of the other feature with Golden Gate is you could use Golden Gate for heterogeneous replication as well. That means Golden Gate is not only Oracle to Oracle. You can use Golden Gate to replicate data from Oracle to SQL Server or Oracle to MySQL or MySQL to DB2 databases. So Golden Gate serves multiple purposes, and you can use Golden Gate for both DML as well as DDL replication. So who should, now the question comes, who should learn DBAs, right? So we cannot expect testers who are working in a software whose aim is to build their career in different path, right? So who should learn basically? So if you have, of course, will to be a Oracle DBA or Oracle field, you can learn. So if you are new, of course you can learn. But yeah, your career path should match with these skills in future. So even if you are new, yes, I won't deny that you cannot learn. But only first and foremost requirement is your career path. If say for example you're working as a software tester right now, many people come to me and say that, Ashish, can I learn uh, Golden Gate? Then I ask them, what is your background? What are if you have experience right now? Some people are 16, 17, or 20 years experience. So they ask me, uh, what is the future of Golden Gate? If I decide to switch now, how much I can expect to earn, or what would be the future in the market? So the thing is, one thing before I answer this question is I say that, say for example, a software tester comes to me and asks this question, and it happens regularly. It happens like software testers or the people who are working in programming like Java or Python. And trust me, guys, they have 17, 18 years of experience, and they come to me and say that, Ashish, my friend, he's working as DB, or he has a Golden Gate, he's a Golden Gate DB, and he's earning this much, and I have same amount of experience, but I'm earning less. So if I decide to switch now, will it be beneficial? The only one point which I mentioned to them is, of course, it is possible. However, you have to understand that your career aspiration should match your learning as well. Because, see, if today you're working as a software tester and you say that I'll just learn it and don't do anything, you cannot expect it to make money for you, right? To make money, of course, you have to perform, you have to spend some extra time, maybe an hour or 2 hours a day. Of course, Golden Gate is not a product which is very difficult, but yes, you have to give your time. So, being a DBA, it becomes easier for you to understand. But if you are completely changing your line, or if you're trying out a new skill, yes, it becomes a bit challenging because you may not be aware. Say, for example, you may not be aware about what is redo logs, what is archive logs, what is replication. So, basic terminologies are missing. In that case, it may be bit challenging, but yes, of course, you can definitely change your path if you want to do that. Okay, so who should learn Golden Gate? DBAs and FGBAs. So if you are, so it's a no-brainer to learn Golden Gate if you are working as any DBA, whether it is Oracle DBA or SQL Server DBA or any other DBA. If you are working as a DBA, you should definitely learn this Golden Gate. Okay, then PLSQL developers. It will definitely help you in learning. It will definitely help your career. PLSQL developers. Technology is responsible for data replication. Okay, so if you're working in any technology related which involve replication, then learn Golden Gate. Then high availability data technologists. Then cloud migration specialist. So in today's world, you must have seen a lot of organizations are moving from on-prem to cloud. So they basically migrate their environment or migrate from on-prem to cloud, right? So in that case, Golden Gate can help you with zero downtime upgradation and migration. So what do we mean by zero downtime is your database is highly available. Say for example, you are you have you have a bank account in, say for example, HDFC Bank or Bank of America, right? Now they are currently on-prem and they are using 12C database. Now they have to upgrade their database and they have to migrate to cloud. So if they keep the downtime, if they have the downtime, you won't be able to access your money, you won't be able to access your account for the time their database is getting upgraded or migrated to cloud, right? So with Golden Gate, it happens is you can use it for zero downtime upgradation and migration. That means there would be no downtime, there will be no customer impact. Customer can access their database without any issues, and without downtime, in the background things will happen using Golden Gate will assist you. In the background things will happen, and you can migrate your database to cloud as well as you can upgrade it. In current scenario, what happens is, see, Golden Gate is a separate license product, right? So what organizations do is they buy a short-term license. Say, for example, 6 months license they would buy for Golden Gate. That would help in saving the money, of course, because they don't have to pay complete full term license costs, right? So in that case, what happens is organizations hire, and this is very common nowadays in India, in Western countries, in Europe, and in Gulf countries like Dubai, Qatar, if I talk about. It is very common nowadays. What the organizations do is they hire a short term contract for 6 months or 3 months contract as well, wherein they hire the specialists, Oracle Golden Gate specialists, who would do the work for them to migrate their database to cloud. And they pay handsomely. Now, many people come and say that it's only 3 months, 6 months job of contract which I'm getting. What after that? Guys, try to understand one thing. During that 3 to 6 months, they pay you handsomely. What you would earn, many of you would earn in 3 years as well. Because short-term contracts, the thing is they're paying for your skill, of course, right? So they are paying for your time, what you have invested so far, right? And they're paying for your skill. So what 3 years you would earn in a regular job, they are paying you in 3 months or maybe 6 months, right? So so that's why these short-term contracts are beneficial, wherein you come out of it. And another advantage is, say, for example, I take it in this way because I personally I myself work as a freelancer. What happens is during I told you, right, I have 19 plus years of experience and 17 plus years of training experience. So initially I worked for three companies until 2016. Okay. And during that time, I have learned a lot. I worked in State Bank of India through one of the client. State Bank of India was basically my client and through one vendor, I should say. And guys, I learned a lot. I won't deny that. I worked for Vodafone India. I worked for a company in Zurich, Switzerland. I worked for a company in England. Okay. It was a major telecom company. I worked for major banks in India, multiple banks in India. I worked for Bank of America. Okay. And you won't believe I learned a lot. I won't deny that. But only thing what I realized was after I switch, what I do is I take short-term contracts, 3 months, 6 months contract myself. I deliver them and come out of it. So what I realized is when I was working for one company, I learned a lot, still I would say. But now what I learn after working for different clients, because see, when you work with different clients, okay, when you work with different projects. Everywhere there are new challenges, new people to deal with, new environments, new platform, new versions, and new data, of course. right? So you tend to learn, your learning becomes, I would say, 10 times, 15 times, or 20 times faster instead of when you are working at one place, right? So that's why these 3 months, 6 months contracts are beneficial. So I'm just trying to answer, like, people ask me that if there are 3 months, 6 months contract, right? And you have to trust your skill. Once you trust your skill, you will get your projects. And it's not in today's IT world, okay, it's very easy to find your projects and work as well, as long as you are ready, as long as you are hungry, and as long as you make proper use of your context. You just have to trust your skill. And of course, yeah, one thing I always say is change is the only constant. Try to upskill yourself in today's IT world. Don't just stuck on one technology. Like, say for example, if you're working as a DBA, try to understand one thing. When when this cloud was introduced, right, I think in COVID times, yeah, in 2020 exactly, you won't believe, I used to get almost 500 to 1000 messages. I have received 1000 messages a day as well, including LinkedIn, including email, I'm talking about, including WhatsApp, including text messages, including the comment on my YouTube channel, including other networks on my website. Almost 500 to 1000 comments came every day for almost 6 months. People were worried, what happens to my job? Is Oracle DBA job going to be extinct because things are going to be automated? I always say one thing. My answer was same 6 years back. My answer is same today as well. Just keep upskilling yourself. Change is the only constant, guys. If you are stuck in one technology, yes, you the chances are you won't get what you want. But if you keep upskilling yourself, see, try to understand one thing. Say, for example, you have a house help in your environment. You have to decide between two people. Whom would you choose? The people with better skill. And of course, one thing maybe the other person is justifying their salary, even though they may be asking for more money. But as long as they are able to justify their salary, you are good, right? Same thing applies in any organization, whether it is IT or any other organization. So if you are able to justify, like, say for example, if you have 17 years of experience or 20 years of experience, it is expected that you are drawing a hefty sum, right? So the organization should be able to consider that, yes, this guy or girl is justifying his or her salary. So how can you justify if you are doing regular DBA job, like taking the backup and doing regular day-to-day job, which is now automated in latest versions, right? So there is no point organization would pay you hefty sum. Say for example, you are earning 30 lakhs a year or 20 lakhs a year, and someone who is new 2 years and can do the same job in 5 lakhs a year. I'm talking about Indian currency. Okay. So in US dollar, if I talk about, if 60,000 someone is
हेलो।
drawing as an Oracle DB and
हाँ भाई हाँ।
80,000 90,000
जिया जी, मैं
someone is
उसी
drawing
के
as an Oracle DB.
जो कल
So
डिस्कशन हुआ था
the
जिया जी, उसी
person
के बारे
with
में बात
l-
करना चाहिए
the
चाह रहा था।
person with better
हाँ, तो
skill
देखिए अभी
will be kept, and who is able
मतलब
to justify
क्या
their
होना चाहिए इसके,
salary
मतलब क्या करना चाहिए अभी तो देखो मेरी पहले
will be able to will be kept, right? So the thing is, you should be able to justify your salary. And how can you justify? If you are able to upskill yourself. So the change is only constant. Keep upskilling yourself and you should be good. Okay. So why learn Golden Gate? So Golden Gate is used by almost all top banks and major telecom companies. Okay. So so Golden Gate is used by almost all top banks and telecoms and large enterprises with big budget, so higher paid job, right? Today, employers expect DBAs developers to know more than one task, and GoldenGate is niche and in-demand skill. So GoldenGate is still considered as a niche skill and in-demand skill. So if I'll give you one example for it, and this is a live example I'm giving, practical example. I know an organization recently only. They had the requirement for GoldenGate. Five five DBA requirements were there, and two GoldenGate requirements were there. Okay. So what happened was in their when they rolled out their requirement, it's recently, I'm talking about, I think August only, almost 2 months back. No, August, September, October, November, 3 months back. Okay. What happened was they had they needed five DBAs. It was a startup here in Canada, I'm talking about. So guys, those who don't know, I'm based out of Canada. Okay. I'm basically from India, but I'm currently settled in Canada for almost 10 years. I moved here in 2016, and since 2016, I'm here only. So I'm talking about Canada only. So they had five DBA requirements and two GoldenGate requirements, and they were open for anywhere in the world. So basically, they were their major. They wanted two DBAs from Canada or US, like North America, and remaining they wanted from India, of course, because it was 24 hours and cost purpose, right? So what happened was when they rolled out the requirement, so for five DBA jobs, they got how many applications they would have got? Try to guess. They got 53,000 applications for five DBs. And after that, they would have got more. It didn't stop there, but they just closed their requirement. Because see, as long as means getting all the so many applications, their AI has to filter, and also the manual intervention is also required in many of their applications. So they had to close it in between. And of course, they got what they wanted. For two GoldenGate requirements, okay, the AI, so they got, of course, for GoldenGate requirement, the number of applications which they got was 793, if I'm not wrong. Okay. And out of those 793, the AI only filtered out 41 applications only. The reason is GoldenGate is still niche. Okay. And many people still just put GoldenGate even though they haven't worked or they don't have experience. So you can understand the competition which they have in GoldenGate and DBA in current scenario. GoldenGate is still niche in demand skill and less competitive field. With database, there are a lot of people in the market. So GoldenGate is still niche and in-demand skill. Now, with cloud implementations, customer want real-time replication or zero downtime migration from on-premise to cloud or cloud to on-premise. So, as I told you, GoldenGate is used for zero downtime upgradation and migration as well. DBAs, developers, architects can set apart by upskill, stay ahead in career, and better paid in GoldenGate. And of course, better package, yearly package. So if I talk about, and these numbers I'm telling you as per Indeed.com. As per Indeed.com, average salary of Oracle DBA in US is $98,000 annually. Okay. If you add GoldenGate or if you have GoldenGate in your resume, same person, less experience maybe, will average earn would be 142,000. And this is not my numbers I'm talking you. I'm talking you as per Indeed.com. And if I talk about India, average salary of Oracle DBA with 7 years experience is 14,000. However, if you add GoldenGate to your resume, you can expect it to jump to anywhere in the range of 25 to 30 lakhs a year. So this much difference GoldenGate can make to your resume. Okay. So now GoldenGate is a replication tool which replicates the data from one database to another database. Okay. So now in GoldenGate, there are multiple architectures. Okay. What are different types of architectures involved in GoldenGate? So some of you, if you have seen any GoldenGate environment, you must be hearing the terms like classic architecture, microservices, etc. Right? So let me try to clear that out for you today. So in GoldenGate, there are two types of architectures. One is classic architecture and second is microservices. So initially when GoldenGate was launched, there was only one architecture in GoldenGate and there was only one way to configure GoldenGate. And that was through command prompt GGSCA. How many of you have heard about GGSCA or know what GGSCA is? Type yes in the chat window if you have heard about it. So initially, when GoldenGate was there was only one way to configure GoldenGate, and that was through command prompt GGSC. Okay. So until 2017, that was the only way, and it was called as Oracle GoldenGate. In 2017, Oracle launched a new architecture of GoldenGate, which is called as microservices architecture. So microservices architecture allows you to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure GoldenGate through GUI as well. So in classic architecture, there is no GUI. It's only command prompt based architecture. Microservices is GUI based and it allows you to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure GoldenGate through GUI as well. Okay. So now you have two types of architectures. One is classic. So the existing architecture until 2017, which we used to call as Oracle GoldenGate, was renamed to Oracle GoldenGate Classic Architecture. So classic here means traditional architecture. Okay. So Oracle GoldenGate Classic Architecture is command prompt GGSCI based architecture, and it is available for both Oracle as well as non-Oracle databases since beginning. Oracle GoldenGate Microservices initially was launched for only Oracle database, but now from 21C onwards, its capability has been extended to non-Oracle databases as well. So microservices architecture is now available for non-Oracle databases as well. Initially, when it was launched, it was only available for Oracle databases. So Oracle GoldenGate Microservices is available from GoldenGate version 12.3 version onwards. It allows you to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure GoldenGate through GUI. It allows better integration with cloud. And it's available, initially was available for Oracle database. However, from 21C GoldenGate onwards, it's available for both Oracle as well as non-Oracle databases. Okay. Now, one quick thing, let me tell you. Let me open a notepad to write it for you. So, until 12.2 GoldenGate, only classic architecture was there, which is GGSCA based. Okay. From 12.3, and guys, the version of GoldenGate and database may match. Okay. So when we are talking here, so we are always talking about GoldenGate version, unless I say database version. So all these versions, it means GG 12.2, GG 12.3. Okay. So until GoldenGate 12.2, only classic architecture was there. From 12.3 to GG21C, both classic and microservices coexisted. So basically, you can pick and choose what type of architecture you want to use as long as it is supported with database platform as well. Okay. Now 21C is the last version where classic architecture is available. From GoldenGate 23 AI onwards, only microservices is there. So classic architecture has been deprecated now, Okay. And microservices is future of GoldenGate. So from 23i onwards, Oracle has shifted to microservices architecture only. But let me tell you one thing. Still, if you go out into the market, classic architecture is a dominant player. So around 80% of implementations are still done on classic architecture. Okay. So still 80% of implementations are done on classic architecture. So if you go out into the market, the chances are you will get classic architecture still. But Oracle is promoting microservices. The problem here is, I'll tell you why this number is not changing in current scenario. There are people. So I told you Golden Gate is still niche. So first of all, not many people are available who have Golden Gate knowledge. Even though they have knowledge on Golden Gate, they still lack knowledge on microservices. So still the Golden Gate administrators who know microservices architecture, there are very less number of people available. And that's why it's very good chance to cash on, because organizations currently, they are also upgrading their environment from classic to microservices, because see, classic architecture has been deprecated. So Oracle is promoting its customers to use microservices a lot. So microservices knowledge is very, very, very limited. So if I talk about Golden Gate knowledge, actual Golden Gate knowledge in the market, how many people have actual Golden Gate knowledge? There are very less people. And people who have knowledge, they still don't know about microservices. So microservices is still an untouched product by a lot of many individuals. Okay. So 80% of in an organization, why still classic architecture is being used is because see, in an organization, say for example, you are working as a SME on Golden Gate. They will ask you whether you should use classic or microservices. So you would suggest based on your knowledge or based on your skill only, right? What you prefer or what you know, right? So still, if there is any SME, if Oracle is involved, if I am involved, or if any other person is involved who knows microservices, they would suggest definitely go with microservices. But if we talk about if we talk about if they have an SME who have classic architecture knowledge only, then he would definitely be reluctant because they don't have skill set on microservices architecture. So that's why still the number is not growing for switch from classic to microservices as of now. But yeah, in future, like Oracle is promoting this a lot. You won't believe how much Oracle is spending on this Golden Gate product. Because as I told you, right, it's a money churning product for them. And of course, as an organization to stay afloat, yes, Oracle is still the biggest player in the market for databases as well still. Many people have another concern. They organize a lot of organizations are moving away from Oracle. They are moving to some open source databases or Postgres or MongoDB. Yes, it is correct. Guys, I'll give you one analogy for it. When people say to me that, or I'll take this question in next few minutes. Let me complete this first microservices. I'll take this point about organizations moving to different databases. I'll take that in next few minutes, but let me first of all talk about this uh, Golden Gate, these architectures of Golden Gate. Okay, so until 12.2, only classic architecture was there. Now both classic and microservices coexisted, and from 23i onwards, only microservices architecture is there. Okay. Now, another question you may have is then if you are new to Golden Gate, which one you should start with? My recommendation always is when you're new to Golden Gate, you should start with classic architecture. However, even if you learn microservices, considering future, that is also okay. But my recommendation always is you should start with classic architecture. Another reason for it is I give one example for it. Like when I started working on computers, okay, so my seniors, they had better knowledge because they were working on DOS command prompt. Why? When I started working on computers, I directly started working on this GUI. Though of course, the navigation is easy and things become more easier. However, I didn't have internal knowledge. Like say, for example, many of you can relate. If anything happens to the system, what is the best way to troubleshoot it? Just restart your system, right? You know why? Because we don't know internally what is happening. If you have internal, like how you know about command prompt, you can see internally, you have DOS knowledge, you can see internally what process is causing this for you to hang or why system is not responding. You can internally troubleshoot and understand. So this is what I'm trying to give example for. So basically the people before me, they who had DOS knowledge, they internally know how things are working. For me, when I click on my computer, folder opens, but I don't know internally what is happening, right? People who have working knowledge on DOS command prompt, they know internally what happens. So same thing I apply here as well. Like if you work on classic architecture, things will be much more easier. Let me tell you, microservices also has command prompt. It's not like it's only a GUI tool. But when you start working on classic architecture, things become more easier. Like if you have vision, if you're looking down the line 5 to 7 years, if you have long-term vision, like if you see yourself as a Golden Gate expert, if you see that you want to capture the Golden Gate world, yes, start with classic. However, if you have a requirement for a particular project only, then you can learn or start with the microservices only as well. Okay, so you have two types of architectures, classic and microservices architecture. Okay, so classic is GGSCI based, microservices is GUI based. Let me see if I have an environment to show you classic. So let me just open and see. I'm not sure if I have it installed in my virtual box. I can just show it to you. So, okay, I think I have it. So this is GGSCI. Okay. So this is classic architecture basically. So I have installed GoldenGate classic architecture. This is 21C version. So I've installed GoldenGate in this location. So to log into command prompt classic architecture, you have to do GGSCA. So if you do GGSCA, you will be into command prompt based. So if you are logging into GGSCI, so if you have a question, what type of architecture I am using, how can I understand? So if you are logging into GGSCI, if you see GGSCI, that means it is classic architecture. Okay, and it shows you the version, it is 21C version. Okay, now for microservices, actually, I was using these, I have a VMs available for microservices architecture as well. But unfortunately, I just realized I uninstalled microservices from here. Before the session only, I realized I was checking. So I have my video available. I'll show it from there how this looks like your microservices architecture. So you see, this is the microservices architecture. Okay. So this is how your UI looks like. This is the UI. And also you see DEP1 underscore secured underscore one. So if you go to admin services, this is also secure. Again, why it is showing it is using HTTPS only, but why it is showing not? So this is the GUI. Okay, you can see. So this is Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI UI. So you can see it is loading, and you can configure your GoldenGate extract by clicking on plus sign. You can click on, you can create GoldenGate replicats by clicking on this plus sign. There are user administration, DB connection. So everything, whatever you were doing from by command prompt, you can basically do that from GUI as well. Okay. So you have both what should I say, command prompt as well as GUI available until 21C, from 12.3 to 21C GoldenGate. However, from 23i onwards, it's only microservices. Now, one thing, let me make it clear to you. Microservices, though it is being promoted more as a web UI tool, because web UI is basically a convenience for everyone, right? So, uh, but microservices also have command prompt. Like people like me who are working since beginning in GoldenGate, right? So still, if you ask personally to me, I still prefer command prompt. So for in microservices as well, I use its admin client, which is command prompt of GoldenGate. Okay. So you have two types of architectures. One is classic and second is microservices architecture. Okay. Now in training, we use classic as well as microservices both. And in fact, there is one question which is being asked is, can we install both classic and microservices on the same host? The answer is yes. You can install different GoldenGate versions as well on the same host. You can have more than one host, or you can have more than one GoldenGate home on one host as well. That is also okay. Okay. Now there is one more product in GoldenGate family, which is called as Oracle GoldenGate Veridata. How many of you have heard about Veridata? Type yes in the chat window if you have heard. So Veridata is another product in GoldenGate family which allows you to verify the data. So say for example, on source you have 10,000 records in a table. On target you have 9,000 records. So what Veridata can do for you is it can identify the discrepant records for you and it can repair those discrepancies as well for you. Veridata is getting very popular nowadays due to these cloud migrations going on. So organizations want to confirm whether their data is in sync or not upon migration. So Veridata is basically try to consider GoldenGate is a replication tool. It is replicating the data. So this question comes to a lot of organization, lot of people that their GoldenGate is remaining and replicating the data for a long time now. Okay. However, they want to basically verify whether the data is in sync or not. How can they verify it? How can they verify if the data is in sync or not between them? So the answer is either you do select count, but select count can tell you the count of the rows. What about the column wise comparison? Is there any way to do that? The answer is directly no. You have a tool called as Veridata, which does column by column check. It matches column by column for you. So say for example, one more thing. I gave you one example about Veridata is the introduction of Veridata which I gave is you have 10,000 records in a table on source. However, on target you have 9,000 records, right? Then Veridata can identify the discrepant record. So you may have a question, Ashish, we'll run select count of one on both sides and it can give us that information, right? The answer is correct. Okay. Let us come to the next part then. Okay. With the select count of star from a table on both sides, you get 10,000 records on both sides. Does it mean that both tables are in sync? What do you think? The answer is no. Consider the column by column matching is not proper. Table number 1 has different column value, table number 2 has different column value. Consider that. So in that case, what would happen? How would you identify? Does this select count of one or count of star will do that for you? The answer is no. The answer is now this count query may not be helpful. So what Veridata does for you is it does column by column check for you and then it verifies and give you the output accordingly. Okay. Okay. Now, one more thing, one more question or one more point you might have heard is with the introduction of integrated microservices no longer exist. I see this question a lot many times, though in this particular forum or session, I haven't got this question because maybe I have answered that question so many times in so many videos of mine to so many individuals as well. I would be happy if you don't have that question. But if you have that, just type in the chat window, does the introduction of integrated, with the introduction of integrated, does microservices no longer exist? Anyone has this question? If you have, type it. If you don't have, it's very good. I would be happy. Okay. So if I haven't received any response, I would consider it as no, that no one have this question. So I'm pretty much happy. So just to give you an introduction. So in GoldenGate, there are different types of extracts and replicates. So basically extract captures the data and replicate applies the data to the target database. So there are two types of extract, integrated and classic. So basically what happened was when GoldenGate was introduced, there, as I told you, there was only one type of architecture. And when microservices was introduced, they basically renamed existing architecture to classic. So classic means traditional. Same way, initially when GoldenGate was there was only one type of extract and replicate, and it was called as extract replicate. However, then Oracle launched different types of extracts and replicates in GoldenGate. Like they launched integrated extract. So when integrated extract was launched, they renamed the existing type of extract to classic. Same way, when integrated replicate was launched, they renamed the existing type of replicate to non-integrated or classic replicate. So basically, why people get confused is they renamed the existing type of extract and replicate to classic itself. Classic is nothing but traditional. So they get confused that classic extract, classic replicate is there, and then you have classic architecture. So they get confused that integrated is type of an architecture. Guys, let me make it clear. Integrated is not an architecture. Integrated is type of extract and replicate only. Okay, so there are two types of architectures, classic and microservices. Under classic architecture, you can configure integrated or classic extract. Same way, you can configure different types of replicates, which is non-integrated, integrated, coordinated, or parallel replicate. Same way, under microservices architecture, you can configure integrated extract or classic extract, or non-integrated, integrated, coordinated, or parallel replicate. Let me tell you one more thing. Classic extract has been deprecated from GoldenGate version 21C. 19C is the last version where you can configure classic extract. And classic architecture has been deprecated from 23 AI. Classic architecture is available only until 21C GoldenGate. Okay, I hope you will keep that in mind going forward if you have any confusion in future. And guys, if you meet any people, any new people who ask this question, try to spread this knowledge. I always say one thing: best way to learn thing is if you spread your knowledge. If you keep that knowledge with yourself, guys, trust me, you're not doing justice to yourself. You're not doing any justice to anyone in this world. Even if you know us even if you have only 1% knowledge, try to spread it as much as possible. See how much it would be helpful for people who don't know. I have seen people, what they do is they don't try to share their knowledge, only in a fear that that may basically hamper, or the other person will grab its or his or her job. Guys, trust me, that doesn't happen. This is the insecurity which we have. I am like, I'll give you one example of mine. Okay. I told you, right? In 2015, I was working for one of the telecom company in Zurich, Switzerland. I was there with them. Now, as per Switzerland law, what happens is they have to hire their local person. If they don't hire, if they don't have their skill, then they try to look after the person from outside. So what happened was they then reached out to me over LinkedIn. Okay. I went to Zurich, and Zurich, guys, let me tell you, is the second best paying country in this world. It is beautiful place, and money wise, it is really very good. And taxes at that time I was unmarried. So when you are unmarried, I think you pay 10% taxes. If you're married at that time, if I recall, there was only 5% taxes, but I won't go into that. The top paying company, because the top paying IT company in this world is Luxembourg, just for your knowledge. Okay. So what happened was I my initial contract was supposed to run for 6 months. Okay. However, as I have the what I do is I have a habit of sharing my knowledge to with my colleagues, with everyone, even not with my colleague, even if anyone comes to me and asks for his or her opinion or knowledge or suggestion, I would come. I would definitely help them to make them understand what we have done in a project or what we are trying to do. I never basically hide I never keep any knowledge with me. That is the funda which I have and which I still follow. So what happened was in Zurich, they hired a local person. They have their law that along with the people, if they are hiring from outside, they have to hire someone internally as well. Now, as per my habit, whatever knowledge I had, I shared with him. And the good part is that guy was really very smart. He basically was able to grab a lot of knowledge information out of me. He had a lot of questions and he used to spend extra time after work, which generally European people does not do, but he used to do. And being an Indian, we have a habit of working extra hours. So I didn't mind sharing my knowledge after hours with him. Okay. After 2 months, what happened was he internally he within his organization he showed that he's capable enough to handle things on his own, and as a result I was told to leave the project. Okay, at that time I felt bad, I won't deny that, but still I continue. But what I realized at that moment was it didn't happen because I share my knowledge. It happened because of his skill, of course, and it happened because something better was waiting for me. So I was able to move to different project afterwards, and you won't believe I learned a lot because of that. So the thing is, if I would have not shared the knowledge, I would have stuck into the same project. And guys, that's what I'm telling you. I'm saying I would have stuck in the same project even though I was earning handsomely in Switzerland. I was in the best country of this world who everyone uh like dream to visit one day, and I was working over there. So basically I was earning money over there and I was living over there. But still I say this to you that it was one of the best thing which happened to me. Afterwards, the projects which I got, I had one project which ran for almost 3 years, and the reason was I was able, the reason was I used to share my knowledge internally with them, and they really liked it. They really appreciated it. So some, of course, not everyone appreciated, but yeah, 90% of people appreciates it, 10%. So I won't go with the people who are in 10% bracket. I would go with the people in 90% bracket. And trust me, guys, when you share your knowledge, okay, what happens is when people ask questions from you, it's not they who are learning, it's you who are learning as well. It happens to me. Like I train people, I give webinars, I am a blogger and speaker. So people come to me and ask questions to me. Guys, it's not you who learn from that. It's me who learn from that. Because see, if you're asking me 10 questions, maybe 2 questions I may know whatever I have learned or whatever I know based on my knowledge. Remaining 8 questions, I have to think in a different way. I may not be knowing the answer immediately. So I have to circle, I have to learn through different portals, I have to ask different people, I have to basically understand and try to grab as much knowledge I can. And that way, what happens is I learn myself. So I always say one thing to everyone: try to share knowledge as much as possible. And guys, trust me, it is going to help you. It is, and I'm saying this because I personally have lost one project because of that. But guys, because of that, I have got 100,000, 10,000 projects. I have worked. I'll tell you about myself as well. I have worked on Golden Gate projects. I work purely on Golden Gate, and so far in my career, currently I'm working on 1,092nd project on Golden Gate so far. So I have got so many projects. I lost one project because of sharing my knowledge, but I got remaining 1,000 projects. I have not lost those remaining 1,000 projects because of sharing my knowledge, or and I would have gained much more word of mouth. Like what people do is, like, say for example, recently I worked for one of the projects in Cognizant. Okay. Then the internal people over there recommended me to few people in persistent systems. So I got one project from persistent. Then this is the cycle which happens, right? So I get lot of projects because of that only, because people value you. If you are sharing your knowledge, or if you are doing something good for someone, I won't say 100% people would appreciate, but trust me, guys, 90% people would appreciate that. Don't fall for 10% people, fall for 90% people, and trust me, it is going to do good for you. I have seen people who don't share knowledge, who don't share KT, who don't do KT, thinking that it will harm them or it won't do good for them. But guys, trust me, in a longer run, it helps you. And try to teach this to your kids as well. Try to share your knowledge. Tell them, try to share your knowledge as much as possible. It will help you. It will help you in gaining knowledge. And guys, what happens is, like, initially when I was working, as I told you, like, I was working in Indian IT companies initially until 2015 or 16. So what used to happen was, with this kind of mindset, you must have heard, or maybe you must have felt that your manager is not releasing you for a different project, right? It happens, right? Say, for example, you are getting better opportunity in different project, different company. However, your manager is not releasing you. Why? Because you have created a dependency, and many people boast about that dependency, guys, but it is harming you. That's why you're not able to move out. You are you are comfortable in your safety zone. You're comfortable in that particular zone in one project. You're not trying to explore more opportunities. Try to explore. If you will share your knowledge, you will be easily able to move out of the project. Your manager will be able to release you. Why your manager doesn't releases you from a project? Because you have created the dependency. If you don't have dependency, if someone readily available, even what you know, other person knows 40%, then your manager would release you. So try to remove the dependency as much as possible. That's what I'm telling you as per my experience. Still, many people may have a contradicting view. I really respect your views, guys, but this is what I'm telling you as per my experience and as per what I have experienced so far. Okay, let us continue. So what are different types of replicats? So there are different types of replicats, like non-integrated, classic, integrated replicat, coordinated replicat. And now there is a new type of replicat, which is parallel replicat. So parallel replicat is the latest type of replicat, which works in Oracle GoldenGate environment, which is used for better performance of Oracle GoldenGate. Okay. So now let us quickly discuss about GoldenGate architecture, how replication works in classic architecture. Okay. So how GoldenGate works? So you have source and target database. Okay. So as I told you, GoldenGate works on heterogeneous databases, as Oracle as well as non-Oracle databases. So your source can be Oracle and target can be any Oracle or non-Oracle database. Source can be Oracle or non-Oracle database. Same way, target could be any Oracle or non-Oracle database. Now, each database has its own transaction logs. Now, in case of Oracle, these transaction logs are called as redo logs, or backup of redo logs, which are called as archive logs. Okay. So whatever changes you make to the database, those changes are recorded into the transaction logs. So you configure GoldenGate extract process, which reads the data out of those transaction logs, captures only committed transactions. So remember, the transaction logs contains committed as well as uncommitted transactions. I have seen many DBAs think that transaction logs contains only committed transactions. That's not true. Transaction logs contains committed as well as both uncommitted transactions. Okay. However, GoldenGate capture, which is also called as extract process, it captures only committed transactions and write them to the trail file on local machine, which are called as local trail. Once the data is available into the local trail file, the data pump process reads the data from the local trail, sends it over TCP/IP network, and writes it to the remote trail file. Once the data is available into the remote trail file, the Replicat process applies it to the target database. The Replicat process applies it to the target database. So there are three processes involved. So delivery process is also called as Replicat process. Okay, so the delivery process is also called as the Replicat process. So the extract process captures the data, the Replicat process applies the data to the target database. So I again repeat, the extract process reads the data from the transaction logs, captures the committed transaction. The transactions which are captured by the extract process, it writes them to the local trail file. Once the data is available into the local trail file, the data pump sends the data over TCP/IP network and writes the data from local trail to remote trail. Once the data is available into the remote trail file, the Replicat process applies the data to the target database. So there are three processes involved in GoldenGate. Extract, capture process is also called as extract. Then delivery process is also called as Replicat. So there are three processes involved: extract, pump, and Replicat processes. Now GoldenGate also works in bidirectional mode. So bidirectional means both the sites will be live. So whatever transactions happening on site A will be replicated to site B. So when you are only working from site A to site B replication, it is called as unidirectional. However, GoldenGate also works in bidirectional mode. So bidirectional means both the sites will be live. So whatever transactions are happening on site A, they will be replicated to site B. In the same way, whatever transactions are happening on site B, they will be replicated to site A. So you will have extract. So similarly, the transactions happening on site B will be written into transaction logs of site B. So what you do, you will configure the extract process on site B, which will read the data from the transaction logs, writes to the local trail. Then data pump process writes it to the remote trail, and Replicat process will apply it to site A database. Okay, so how GoldenGate works is extract process. So capture and extract are the terms which are used interchangeably. Same way, the Replicat and delivery are the terms which are used interchangeably. So the extract process captures, writes to the local trail. Pump process sends the data over TCP/IP network and writes it to the remote trail, and then Replicat process applies it to the target database. Okay, so Oracle GoldenGate classic architecture has these components: manager process. So along with these processes, there is one more process, the manager process, which runs on top of it. So manager process, as the name suggests, it manages the GoldenGate environment. It manages GoldenGate components in your environment. So these are the processes: manager, extract, Replicat, trail files, pump, and collector process. These are the components of Oracle GoldenGate classic architecture. So microservices architecture was launched in 2017. And there are two types of architectures now: classic architecture and microservices architecture. So microservices architecture basically looks like this. So in microservices architecture, what happens in microservices? there are different services which runs. So you have 4 services: administration server, performance metric server, distribution server, and receiver server. Okay. And all these services are managed under service manager. So service manager manages your administration server, distribution server, performance metric server, and receiver server. So what happens is, under administration server, you configure GoldenGate extract process, which writes the data to the local trail. Then distribution server reads the data from the local trail file, sends it over TCP/IP network. With help of the receiver server, it writes it to the remote trail file. And once the data is available into the remote trail file, the Replicat process applies it to the target database. So in GoldenGate, your extract Replicat processes basically resides inside the administration server. And you see on the top, there is admin client. So basically in GoldenGate, there is command prompt as well. Just like you have GGSC in classic architecture. In microservices, you have a command prompt as well, and it is called as admin client. Okay, so what are the different components of microservices architecture? Administration server, service manager, receiver server, distribution server, and performance metric server. So all these components which we have discussed here, like in classic architecture of microservices, we all discussed them in detail in our training session. We configure them. We try to understand uh, what each service means, what each component does, what is the significance of each of them. Okay, so this is how your service manager UI looks like. So this service manager UI until 21C used to look like this. In 23 AI, they changed the look and feel. And this is how it looks like in 23 AI. This is how it looks like in 23. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this was about different types of architectures in Oracle GoldenGate. So guys, I offer 3 courses, live training. Oracle, so all the courses are offered on the latest versions. Oracle GoldenGate Classic Architecture 21C course. The course starts from basics and covers up to advanced level, the live training. So Oracle GoldenGate Classic Architecture 21C is 22 hours duration course. Okay. It's 22 to 24 hours, you would say. Okay, so it's the latest version. Then guys, I also provide training on Oracle GoldenGate 23i and Oracle GoldenGate Veridata 23c. And let me tell you guys, I'm the only person in this world who is conducting live online training on Oracle GoldenGate 23i. There is no one else who is doing that. And the duration of Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI is 26 hours. And Oracle GoldenGate Veridata 23c duration is 8 hours. Okay, so all the courses starts from basics and covers up to advanced level. What used to happen until 23 AI wasn't launched, until GoldenGate Microservices 21C, this microservices was extension of classic architecture. So basically it was only 12 hours, but now microservices itself is 26 hours. So complete GoldenGate is covered in that as well. Okay, and for course content, etc., you can visit this website, Actrancotech, the website which I showed you, actrancotech.com. There you can go to course, and there you can find the course content. I haven't updated it yet. I didn't get time, to be honest, but the course content here, you might see 16 hours, but it's 26 hours. I'll update it soon. Okay, and the details, everything, I didn't get chance to update the website, but I'll update it soon. So you can find basically the outline of the course and much more other details over here. Okay, on this particular website, all the details about course. So you can find all course content, everything under individual courses. Okay, so the duration is 22 hours, 26 hours, and 8 hours. And guys, Veridata 23C, no one else is doing live and online. That also only I am doing. So these 2 courses as of today are exclusive to me, live and online. Oracle GoldenGate 23i and Oracle GoldenGate 23c, because no one else is doing in this world. You can access all course content from, as I told you, actrancotech.com/courses. And there are a lot of success stories and training feedbacks available. You can find it on my LinkedIn profile as well. There are a lot of people who are able to uh, implement Golden Gate, earn, and able to do a lot more things in their environment. So, what are the offerings of the live course? So the live course offerings include, you have 1 year unlimited retakes. That means you can join. So you can join any session for next 1 year, any number of times. So it's not like you have to join only upcoming batch. Any batch until next 1 year, until December 2026, you can join. At any time you join, you have 1 year. Then access to the recorded session. So what I do is I record all the sessions, and all the session recordings are shared with you. So you have access to the recorded sessions. You receive step-by-step activity guide. So the training is completely practical. You receive step-by-step activity guide, one-on-one doubt clearing sessions. And if you require any mock interviews, those are also shared. Then you have job support for lifetime. So job support means any technical issues related to Golden Gate you are facing at your workplace. So it's technical job support. So any technical issues related to Golden Gate you are facing at your workplace or or on your personal machine, you have lifetime on job support included. You have lifetime WhatsApp support. So you'll be part of Elite Training WhatsApp group where other training students of mine are there. So you can post your questions, queries over there. You can answer other people question queries as well. You receive you will receive lab setup kit for practice as well. So I'll be sharing with you the pre-cooked virtual boxes, which comes with database and Golden Gate software. You just have to plug and play those on your machine. These virtual boxes, which I was showing you, right? So they will reside on your machine. So for classic architecture, you will receive separate virtual boxes. For 23 AI, there are separate virtual boxes with instructions how to use them. Okay, so these sessions are conducted regularly. All the sessions are practical and training is interview and job oriented. And my assurance is upon completion of this training, you will be able to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure Golden Gate on your own. You can join any session any number of times for next 1 year. Sessions are live and interactive. Session will pave the path towards making you Golden Gate expert. And at the end of the session, as I told you, you will be able to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure Golden Gate on your own, as well as able to provide solution related to Golden Gate on your own to your customer. So the upcoming session details, I'm going to start classic architecture weekend batch. It is commencing from next week, next Saturday, 29th November. And the timing of that batch is 7:30 to 10 a.m. Eastern time and 6 to 8:30 p.m. India time. Okay. So we are going to start, and then Oracle GoldenGate 23i weekday batch is also commencing from first week of December. And the timing is Monday to Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. EST or 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. IST. Guys, one question which is being asked is like, I don't have any knowledge on GoldenGate. What should I start with? Should I start with Classic or 23i? My recommendation is you should learn both 23i as well as Classic. Now, since 23i course is also complete course, so you can now start with 23i as well, and then later on to class. So order can be anything. You can learn 23i first and then classic, or classic first and then 23i. Order can be anything. But my recommendation would be learn both. That way you will be able to compare and understand a lot of things. Okay. And batches are conducted alternatively on weekends and weekdays, and training is completely practical. So right now it's classic weekend, which is going in. Golden Gate 23 weekday is starting because I just finished in the month of October, and I finished classic architecture weekday and microservices 23 AI weekend batch. So that's why now I'm switching it with them. So I conduct 4 to 6 times a year for classic architecture, 4 to 6 times a year for 23i, and 2 to 3 times a year for Veridata. Now you may say, Ashish, why do you conduct Veridata less than classic and 23i? I'll tell you the reason for it. The reason is I regularly upgrade my course content. So in Classic and 23, you will see always like 23, almost goes through because it is still new, and I'm changing my course content based on my understanding and lot of things. So I upgrade the course content 40 30% for 23 AI with each batch. And for classic architecture, 15 to 20% new things I introduce. However, with Veridata, it's a tool and there are no major changes. So the major change is the version change from 12C to 23C. The previous version for 12 was 12C. So Veridata there, it doesn't go through much changes. That's why I do it less. So even when you watch the recordings of that particular Veridata, it would be almost same. So that's why I do Veridata a bit less than other two, 23 AI as well as Classic. Okay. Now, if you are interested, you can fill out the inquiry form and we'll reach out to you. The inquiry form is available on the website itself. So if you go to actrancotech.com, there is course inquiry, which you can fill out. Okay. Or you can anytime reach out to me on my email or WhatsApp. And these details are also available on my YouTube channel as well. So if you go to my YouTube, there you can find my uh, email ID as well as WhatsApp number as well. Okay. And there are few frequently asked questions like, will I miss anything? What if I miss a live session? So in case if you miss a session, you can go through the recording of live session, which will be available within 24 hours. I try to make it available within 2 to 3 hours, but I ask for 24 hours as a backup. And you will also have opportunity for free retakes for 1 year. Okay, do you have lifetime on-job support? Yes, I do. Even if you have queries at your workplace, I will help you with that, and that's for lifetime. Even if you want support in 2030, you will get that support. In fact, you won't believe, like I have people whom I trained in 2009. Like that was my first training student, and he's still in touch with me. He comes with me with his questions. He's much elder to me. Like my training journey started in 2009. I was only 20 years and I didn't know how to train. That guy was almost like 42 years at that time. He was almost double my age, and he persuaded me to train because there were not many people available in Golden Gate at that time. So I don't know how did he find me, to be honest. He was in US, I was in India at that time. I don't recall how did he find me, but the communication happened. It was written in destiny that we would meet someday. He persuaded me to train. He held me. He was much elder to me, so he held me in basically trying to help me with the not the content. Content was mine, but he basically made me understand how should I deliver the training, how should I make him understand few things. I really count a lot on him still today. And you won't believe, guys, the training duration for him was 30-35 hours, and I didn't ask him any money when I started. And at the end of that, I also told him that I won't charge any money because, in fact, it's not you who have learned. Of course, you must have learned, but it's me who have learned a lot from you. And there were two guys. He sent me 10,000 rupees, approximately $200 at that time in 2009-10, I'm talking about, without, even though I was denying. And my training journey started at that particular time in 2010 with him. And I'm 2009, not 2010. And in fact, I'm still in contact with him. So, and the reason why I provide lifetime on-job support is, guys, there are 100,000, million issues in Golden Gate. If I work on my own, I would be able to learn only maybe 1,000 issues, 10,000 issues, not more than that. So basically, it's, as I told you, it's not only you who learn from these trainings or any support or any query you have. It's me also who learn. That's why I'm available 17 to 18 hours a day. Only during 6 hours when I'm not when I'm sleeping, I'm not available. I try to keep that time. Apart from that, I'm available 18 hours a day. So you can ping me, email me, call me, WhatsApp me anytime. Of course, the priority is given to the production issue. So if, say, for example, you are coming with a non-prod issue and someone else is there with the production issue. So I'll tell you that it's a production issue I'm working on. So I'll give priority to him or her, but I always reply to your queries. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via email or WhatsApp me directly at my contact number. I'm in Canada, so the country code is +1 and my phone number is 416-871-5708. You can check the reviews on my LinkedIn, on my LinkedIn is authentic, and then YouTube, etc., is also authentic, and on my website as well, which is authentic. Okay. And I hope you liked today's session. So please provide your feedback for the session via email. And if you have any question, post it into the chat window. Please provide your feedback for the session via email. Recommend me on LinkedIn and Twitter as well. Basically X. Now I should say X, not Twitter. So email me at ashishagarwalag.com. My LinkedIn profile is here. I sent it over chat at the starting of the session. I can send again. You can WhatsApp me at +14168715708, or you can X me at ashishagarwalag. And don't forget to like and subscribe at my YouTube channel. And if you have any post-session queries, any personal queries, any technical query, feel free to drop me an email, drop me an X, drop a comment on my YouTube channel, WhatsApp me, or send a message on my LinkedIn. So I hope you guys were able to follow the session, and you guys were able to understand and follow what we discussed. Give me a thumbs up if you like this session and you were able to grab something out of this particular session. Thank you very much. So guys, yeah, we are going to start from next week. And if you have any question, anything, and feel free to reach out to me anytime. Okay, so guys, on that note, I try to answer all the questions based on whatever I receive, but still, if you have any question, feel free to reach out to me on the details. I'll share the details on the chat as well. Thank you very much for joining today's session. Thank you.